This episode of Bring Back the Porch, brought to you by Bernie Leahy, River Street Realty. Let's get you home. And on the porch, we have something that I've been looking forward to. There's a new musical coming to Medicine Hat. It's called All Shook Up, Crescent Heights High School, all about Elvis. Jennifer Davies is the director. Welcome, and thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us. We are happy to be here.
I love the poster. Tell me about the poster, because it captures Elvis movies.
Our poster features the roustabout, who is a character inspired by Elvis, who comes to town and he shakes things up and really challenges a lot of the way that the people in the town view themselves, view each other, really sort of motivates them to try new things like dancing and singing and falling in love.
Wow. Sounds like one of his movies.
It is like one of his movies. It's tremendously entertaining. It's a romantic comedy, and it's something that would appeal to many people of our community.
Now, what time frame is this movie in?
This musical is set in the 1950s.
Okay, so when Elvis was king.
Absolutely.
Before
Yeah,
he
a
goes
younger
in the army.
Elvis. This would have been a younger Elvis, not the Vegas Elvis.
1954, 55, with the hip swivel and Ed Sullivan and people.
Absolutely. Yeah, where he has the guitar on his back. Yeah, and you'll see that. He arrives with guitar on his back and he rides in on a motorcycle.
Now, the actor who plays Elvis, how does he get into character?
We have two fabulous performers. We have two performers for every role.
Two performers?
Yes, the whole show is double cast, and the students share a variety of nights, so they're combined for every night that we perform for the 9 evenings. And the two young men who are playing the roles, Gibson and Wyatt, are very motivated with singing. You can find them always playing the piano or guitar in our theater and at home, and they just are really passionate about music. And so I thought they'd be great for this role because they are such a good match for somebody who's so inspirational for performing and for music.
What was their reaction to Elvis? Had they heard of him before?
Absolutely. Everybody's heard of Elvis.
So
He's a favorite.
He hasn't lost his...
No, Elvis is still a hot performer that people are just very invested in and very excited to hear his music. Sometimes people will be walking in the hallway and they hear the music and they just walk into the theater to listen to the students perform. It's exciting for everybody. The students didn't know all of the songs. There's 28 Elvis songs that are featured.
28?
Yes. Not all of them are full length, right? But there's 28 songs which are featured. And all of them have really captured my students' hearts and they have fallen in love with performing them. And you'll hear a variety of versions throughout the day in the theater.
Okay. This production of All Shook Up, that's not the first one you've done.
This is the second time we have performed All Shook Up. The first time we did it was in 2015, so 11 years ago. And it's the only show in my 30 years of teaching that I have repeated because it features so many soloists. And this year in particular, I had a lot of very strong students who were deserving of a solo. And so I needed to find a show that would best feature all of the strong singing voices we have at Crescent Heights.
Technically, is this an easy one to do or is it difficult?
Well, that's why I waited 11 years. It's really hard. It's a really hard show. So as I had mentioned, there are 28 songs, but it's a really massive set piece. There's a lot of moving parts. We have 16-foot panels, 16 by 16-foot panels that move and slide and open and close. There's projections. There's really massive booths. There's many set pieces that were built for the 2015 show, but then we've also added new ones or changed them. And so it's a really difficult show. And in terms of mixing the sound and doing the lights, we've actually brought back a former Crescent Heights student, Colton McKee, to help us out.
We are familiar with the work of Colton McKee.
He's wonderful. So he had also gone through the program, and I also called upon two other students who had graduated and had been in the show, Kella Ibach, for some help with choreography. We have two amazing choreographers, and they've done a great job, but Kella is just helping us because those choreographers are now performers. For the last few weeks, their focus is performing. And then the other person who we've brought back because because it's a difficult show, is our vocal director, Jocelyn Walters, who was actually one of the leads in 2015, and now she has been the vocal director for the last few years at Crescent Heights.
That must be a job to take Elvis music and have it adapted so that a female singer can do it.
It provides some new opportunities. And so there's lots of very difficult, challenging songs that are sung in a new vocal range. And it's exciting to hear them sung that way. It's different than what Elvis had done, but equally challenging and beautiful.
Okay. The motivation to take up theater arts among the students at Crescent Heights, I think it's very high. That's why they go there, I believe.
I hope so.
Because you've been there a long time. You said 30 years.
Yes, we have a very strong drama program. We are very proud of it. We've had excellent support from our school board and from our school and the Medicine Hat community. We have 9 performances in the evening, and then there's 2 school matinees. And so thousands of people come to these shows each year. And we have lots of businesses who also do sponsorship, and we have a beautiful program. And it's one of the reasons why I hope students want to come to Crescent Heights, why they choose to audition and be in the theater arts program. We're really proud of that. These students have been able to travel around the world performing and attending shows because of this musical. And the money that's made from the musical helps us to fund our theater and the programs that we run in the drama program.
How is the music supplied for this production?
Well, we are very fortunate because we also have an excellent band teacher, Mr. Curtis Perrin, and we have a live band.
A live band?
Yes, it's a very excellent band, and many of the performers in the band were actually a part of the original one we did in 2015, and they were parents of students who were in the show, and then one of the students was the piano player, and now she's back as the piano player, but she's an adult.
Now, this is termed a jukebox musical.
Yes.
Explain that for me.
Okay, so jukebox musicals have a very high entertainment value, and they feature the music of a particular performer. And so there will not be songs that are not Elvis songs in this musical. All the songs are Elvis Presley songs.
Okay, yeah. No shortage of songs from Elvis. How did you pare it down to 28?
Those are the ones that are included in the original production. And so this is a musical, and we rent the rights to do it. And so the script is written by a publishing company, and all of the music has been arranged by the publishing company. And then we apply for royalties for permission to do the show.
Okay. You mentioned the 2 leads. Are there any other people who are taking part that you would like to mention? Some of the actors, actresses?
Well, I have a class of 30 senior high students, and each one of them are incredibly strong. I would say that all of my students are very strong. The other 2 leading females that would have a similarly sized role would be Hannah Fenwick and Abby Begin. And they play Natalie Ed. And so that's a pretty huge part. But there's a lot of dynamic performers in this show. In the end, there are actually 3 weddings. And there's another romantic couple, but they're teenagers, so they're not getting married. So there's a lot of stories to follow, and there's a lot of singers who are featured. And I would say that they're all very outstanding, not to be missed.
When you're giving direction to these students, have they seen other productions? Because in this world of internet, you can watch just about everything anywhere. Have they seen any other productions of All Shook Up?
I am certain they watch a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I'm very certain that they have investigated this. I haven't shown in class our version of All Shook Up. I'm hoping that they investigate it on their own, and I know they have. And sometimes our choreographers take ideas from either a traveling show, a Broadway show, or something they've seen online. And I would like to think that they've taken some of the best ideas, and that's inspired them for their performances. But a lot of what they do is something that's motivated by what they think the character would best do. And I really like that, and that's something I encourage my students to do. So there's a lot of blocking where they've asked to come in and rehearse, and there's certain scenes where they've chosen the blocking. And I really appreciate that motivation and that incentive to develop their own characters.
That's what I was going to get to, is that you can mimic what you've seen before, but if you want to put your own self into that character, that's what you want as a director.
Absolutely, and I'm really proud of how each student performs the role differently. And so, well, the music has to be sung the same way because the band has the music written out and that's how they play it. Each student has chosen to perform their character in their own unique way, and there might be some different ways that they say some of their lines or some of the movements that they do on stage, but they've certainly personalized that, and I think that demonstrates their strength in performing.
Well, as Elvis would say, thank you very much. And we're going to break, and we're going to have two of the people who are in the production when we return.
Burning, 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 nothing moving to down, down. Just my sort of smoke, but I feel fine.
And now I'm joined by two of the people who are in the production of All Shook Up, Addison Ritwich and Madison Pavlovic Yanai. And I hope I got those right.
Yeah.
Now, you're on stage and you're responsible for the choreography.
Yes.
So maybe I want to start with you,
Okay.
Madison, because I'm interested in the dance part. You probably never even saw the dances that they would have done when Elvis was king. So how did you get yourself prepared for this?
Definitely had to do my research before. Watch lots of old videos of Elvis to get some inspiration to bring the show to life.
Did you go, what are they doing?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But tried my best to put, just to make it almost nostalgic for people. But
What are some of the dance moves? Are there anything particular, like any of the dances, like, I don't know, like the twist, I suppose, might be part of it. I don't know.
I'm not sure if I remember the name, but I think maybe the bowler, is that what it's called?
Well, that one escapes me, but if I saw it, I'd probably know it.
Yep, that's in the show, definitely. But, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And how is it for translating your vision to your fellow students?
It's, sometimes it's tricky to get people to kind of understand the way you move because it's kind of funky almost, but once people kind of got that idea, it was really kind of brought the music and the dancing together.
Okay. Addison, you are an actress in the production.
Yes.
What is your role?
I play the role of Sylvia.
And who is Sylvia?
Sylvia is a woman who owns the honky tonk, and she's definitely a stricter person, and she has more of an attitude.
Okay.
And a daughter, and she falls in love with a guy named Jim.
So she has a stricter attitude, mirroring the attitude of parents in the 50s.
Yeah,
when rock
for
and
sure.
roll came out.
Yes.
The devil's music.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of lead us through, you say you fall in love with one of the characters in the show?
Yes, there's a lot of love situations in our show. A lot of people fall in love with a lot of different people. But it starts off with Jim falling in love with this other younger lady named Sandra. And Sandra kind of ends up breaking his heart. And then I kind of end up comforting him and being there for him. And then I show him my love. And then it kind of we end up together.
So you get him on the rebound.
Yeah.
The music. Had you heard any Elvis Presley music before you came along to this production?
Yes.
Did you have any favorites?
Not particularly. I grew up with my grandpa liking a lot of older music, so then I would hear certain ones. So yeah, but not there's not really any particular ones. There's a couple I definitely didn't hear about before the show, but
And is there lots of Elvis music in this production?
Yes.
they're all Elvis songs.
Okay. Do you have some examples of some of the songs that we're going to hear when we attend the play?
Blue Suede Shoes is a pretty hot one.
Yeah.
There's Can't Help Falling in Love,
Oh, yeah.
There's a mix of Teddy Bear Hound Dog.
Oh, yeah.
and then there's Heartbreak Hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How about, was it In the Jailhouse Rock?
Yep.
Yes,
Definitely
that's
the
always...
opening number.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you gave it away right off the bat. We're going to start with a good one.
Yep.
The reaction of the students having to learn these songs. They're like, my God, what were these people thinking when they wrote these songs? Generational gap, I guess. Yeah, but they have gotten into the spirit of rock and roll.
For sure.
Definitely.
Okay. What's the premise of the movie? Like you said, Jim is a drifter that sort of happens to come along. Is that how it works? Or-
He's always been in the town for as long as like we know in
Okay.
our musical. But Sandra ends up coming in like to the town being new, and we have a lot of older like people who've lived in the town for a long time. But then we have like the roustabout. He's the one who's very new to the town, and he shakes us all up and gets us dancing and in the groove of like the rock and roll and everything.
Okay, all right. Now, I believe this play has been produced many times before. Do you take any references from those previous productions, or do you try to put your own stamp on it?
Well, we did do the show 10 years ago, and there was an option to kind of take choreo from that and bring that into our new show, but me and the other choreographer, Morgan, we really tried to put our own touch on it, so it was kind of something new for people to watch, so, yeah.
Okay, well, I would like to be in the audience, but I need to know the dates.
The dates, our opening night is on the 28th, and then we play to the 31st, and then we also play February 3rd to the 7th.
So there'd be ample opportunity.
Oh, yes.
And where do I buy tickets?
On Thundertix, and we also have our CHHS website. You can find it online, and also if you find any posters, there should be either a QR code or like a little link to it, and then you can buy tickets on there, and then there's all of our dates and then the seats that you can choose from.
Okay, how many people involved in the production off the top of your head? Between all the different
I would
players?
say like 45-ish
Wow.
people, especially since
Yeah.
now we have some juniors come in and help in the background and dance and sing.
Yeah, and then is that how many people behind the scenes? Because those are always the ones that nobody ever sees, but
Yeah.
you can't do a production without them.
We have a lot of parents that come and help out, and they run lots of our props and our set pieces. And we also have Mr. Look. He definitely helps us out and stay focused and make sure all our props and everything are on the right timing.
What draws you to theatrical arts?
I think it was the main reason I came to Crescent Heights, just because I've had like aunties that went to the school and went through the program, and I just kind of felt like it needed to be something that I'd tried out, and it just really, once I got into it, it was something that I really began to love.
Now it's in your blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Addison?
I didn't start theater till grade 9, but a lot of my friends didn't, and I was like, I feel like I should give it a try. I was more nervous to put myself out there, but once I did, I created a lot of new friends, and it's a great sense of belonging at Crescent Heights.
Yeah, and that's the specialty of the school, I believe, is performing arts.
Yeah.
That's the magnet that draws the students. So you have like-minded people.
Yep.
I bet you guys have a lot of fun,
Yes, we do.
Definitely.
except having to do interviews like this. Well, thank you very much, Addison and Madison, and good luck. As they say in the theater, break a leg.
Thank you.
Thank you very